Hi, I'm Nick and this is the TBT channel. Those with long memories may remember months back, many months back, I did part one of a two-part video on an HW90 repair. Today, I'm hoping is going to be part two of two. Not part two of three. I'm hoping this is going to be it. Now, this is the offending article, the HW90 in question. You may remember that there was damage inside caused by a broken cocking shoe, which is what led to a hole in the piston and all the air coming out through a small hole, because air is very small and it can squeeze through tiny little holes. So I thought in the first video, I thought I'd managed to find a piston to replace it, but what I'd actually got was an HW80 gas ram. Interesting in its own right, and as soon as my shoulder is well enough, I will be taking apart my HW80 and popping this in just to see what power it does, and then I'll probably sell it to somebody on here. But I will test it to see what power it's doing first to make sure it's all above board, etc. So today, this morning, not 5 minutes since, this arrived. This is an HW90 piston. I'm hoping beyond hope that this is going to be a very simple take this apart and put it back together video. We'll see. It'll be exciting. It'll be a journey. It'll be a journey for us all. So let's find out. Let's take it apart. I'm not trepidatious. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. And for those of you that asked if my shoulder's better yet, the answer is no. I'm not wearing the sling as much. I'm doing a lot of exercise. I'm having physio twice a week. And today, in the same post that this piston arrived in, I got myself a new, I've never had one before, but a TENS machine. So I am looking forward to that after I finish this video, because I'm sure I'll be aching. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the stock. Now, a couple of people have commented that on a couple of my videos, I start off without having undone the stock bolts. And I have people ask me to say, how do I take off the stock? So, on an HW90, in fact on many HWs, we have two stock screws at the front of the gun. So, little lock washer, take that one out. Now, listen to this. That is my magnetic screw holder. Oh yeah, I've remembered it. I've only found it and remembered to bring it. Shouldn't have done that, should I? The rest is going to go to pot. I've done that bit right. The rest is going to be bloody awful. No, it won't. We're not going to be negative. We're not negative Nellies here. No, we are positive Peters. Oh, I'll tell you another thing I did. I don't watch air rifle videos, on YouTube. I just don't. I don't know. I don't watch mine either, but I don't watch them. Somebody said to me, oh, do you watch this? Do you do that? I said, well, it's kind of like if you're an accountant, when you get home from work, do you watch videos of people doing sums? But I have started to watch a few channels. I mean, there's a couple of people I do like, and I do watch shooting ones. It's a lie to say I don't do them. But I've been watching because I've bought a PCP, and that'll be here on Friday. But Friday, I'm not going to show you the video of it on Friday, because Friday is going to be very exciting. It's going to be Pistol Friday. Very exciting. If you like air pistols and you like a bargain, it could be good. It might not be. There's something in the pipeline. Something in the pipeline for something very different. At the back here, I've removed both of those, haven't I? Yes, I have. At the back here, I've got a small locking screw there that locks the magnetic thing. Locks the castle nut that's at the front of the trigger guard. What was I talking about before that? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I've been watching lots of reviews on Tinterwebs because I was looking for a PCP, and I watched the reviews of people who are sponsored. Possibly even they get the stuff given free, FX or Reximex or whoever's watching, free stuff for testing. My God, they're professional. Oh, I did. I looked at it. Thought, bit hokey this channel, isn't it? It's me in my basement, just on the side of my workshop, playing around and talking bollocks. That was ever so professional. I mean, graphics. There was music. I could sing to you. I don't think it'd help, but I could do it. I could. Very professional though. And off the back of all of those, I have bought an air rifle, a PCP air rifle. And you will see what that PCP air rifle is interthrastically. I'm hoping it's good. I'm expecting it. It's a PCP. It's an ugly PCP, I'll tell you that. It's one of those ugly Meccano things. I'm expecting it to be okay, because it wasn't very expensive. But I'm expecting it to be better after it's had a little tickle inside, like most guns are. I'm just trying to get this. I'll leave that washer. Do you know what? Top tip, if you want to get the lock-in washer out your breech nut there, do that. Sit there dicking about with magnetic screwdrivers that have passed their best. Ow. So yeah, I've got PCP coming. That is actually for the reason for getting a PCP is because I am actually getting free stuff posted to me to test. I've got to give it back. I don't get to keep it. But it really demands a PCP. So that's what it's going to have. Oh, yeah. Now, the reason I've just broken the barrel there is it means I'm not fighting the spring in that chisel detent, which makes it a lot easier to get this bolt here out. Now, he is out. We remove the barrel, being careful not to lose the shims or washers. It's been a while since I stripped one of these down on video. Or washers that are either... Just a thing with magnets. Look at that. It's making pretty shapes. That's holding all that together. Then we pull that up there. Get our cocking shoe from there. Yep, that's the cocking shoe. And that's the arm and the barrel. Put that all to one side. Now you will remember this has a spring in it, just a small weak spring, because you'll see here, I mean that's you can see that little hole. It's not that little because this screwdriver fits inside of it. That is a thin piece of metal there that when the cocking shoe broke, all the pressure went in one point into that weak spot and punched a hole in it. It is not unknown, apparently. So now I want to tap that part off of there. So I will get that. I will get that. I will pause this and go and get my brass punch and hammer. I'll be right back. I've just remembered that there's actually a pin on the back here that that stops the pin from being drifted through, and a very small screw has just come out my reading glasses, so I'm going to have to repair those. This wouldn't happen on a more professional channel. They'd have people to fix. Why have I got no people to fix my glasses? No one's there. I'm talking to the boiler. I'll be back in a minute. Fixing my reading glasses without being able to wear my reading glasses, put the world's smallest screw in, actually made life very difficult there. Swearing occurred, so it's good that that didn't happen on live. On live air, it's not live, is it? Anyway. Okay, it's magnetic, but not bounce proof. I'll put that in there. Let's see if this now drifts through. Let's see, let's see. Ooh, look at that. There will probably be some spring tension, though not an awful lot. It's getting very full, that now. Let's take that out of there. What's going on there? What's going on here then? Hey? Remove the butt plug, bat plug, spring plug. There. like that, and out she comes. Now I'm going to put this straight into tissue so that we don't end up with any muck all over the place. Is that right? Does that look right? I don't know. I am trepidatious of this. It's looking good. Looking good in a buffalo stance, as Nana Cherry would have said. Crap spring, get rid of you. Where shall I put you? In that box there. Whoa. Now I need to extricate the piston. I should have watched my own video to see how I do this, shouldn't I? That would have been what they expect me to do. One pin there. Lift that up. Job's a good one. From the other side, obviously. Anyone can see that. That there. Like that. Move that down. Just enough for the piston to exit stage right. I'm not very good at me left and me right. I never really have been. I'm not thick in other ways, just me left and me right, always getting confused. My wife says my way or your way in the car. Here in France we have a rule in some areas called priorité à droite, which is where, in towns especially, the car approaching a junction from the right has right of way. Even if you're going along a main road, a car coming out from the right hand side has right of way. It half get confusing when you can't remember your left from your right. Are you going to come out willingly? You're bloody not, are you? This is the part where you can talk amongst yourselves. Some of you will no doubt be shouting at me. Watch your video, you plonker. There you go. I've got that out. I've got that out. I should have watched the video. Pin into there. Trigger won't fit. Trigger can sit there. Now, this comes all the way out. It's looking good. It's looking good. So, clean that up. Put that to one side. There. And then we're going to put this one in. It does come ready lubricated inside there. You can see you've got white silicone grease. The only place you ever want silicone grease is between, basically for a gas tight seal. In this case, between this is the actual gas ram here. You don't want it on the outside of this because it will create galling and issues. So I'm going to use bum slide on the outside of this, just around the front there. You can see we've got raised sections there and there. So they're going to be the only parts making any contact inside of the gun. So they're the only parts going to be getting any bum slide. Like that, like that. Put quite a liberal dollop in there because hopefully this gun's not going to be coming apart again for a very, very long time. And then what's left on my finger from the front there, I'm going to rub in an upwards motion around the piston seal just to lubricate the edges without getting any on the top. Now we introduce that into there. I haven't degreased that, have I? There was grease on the outside of that one, so I do need to. I'm going to go and get myself. I'm going to degrease this off camera. You don't use tissue, you use brake cleaner. Cleany, cleany, degreasy, degreasy. I'll be right back. With that part degreased, we now simply insert our piston into there. Find something long enough to push him all the way down. An HW45 spring should do the job. Okay, that's groovy. And now we are going to, first of all, I'm going to line up the slot for the cocking lever there, cocking shoe there, with the slot in the outside of the gun, so they are perfectly aligned. So when I come to do that bit, everything will work fantastically. Next, we're happy because we're not trepidatious. We are delightfully delighted. That's our fill valve, okay? This part here is our fill valve, protected by a screw. Going to take that out first. That is at the top of the gun. It's orientated towards the top of the gun. So when we put this in, we want that towards the top, and I'm going to feel into the piston. Now there's a hole in the piston exactly the right size for this ram, and I'm going to ram the ram into the well lubricated hole. It is tight, but nicely tight. Quite smooth. And that's it. It's in the correct position. And now all I have to do is, there's my little slot for the little screw that holds that in the right place. So put my pin back into position here. Go back into position there. There he is. Give him a tap just to encourage him. There we are, perfect. Find our small Allen headed screw that goes in there that stops that from rotating. Do that part up. And now the final bit. You've seen me rebuild the rest of it in the other video. What I have to do now is check to see if this holds air. This is where the trepidation comes in, you know. I have here a special tool. This special tool will enable me to pump this bugger up. What we have is an adapter, a Slim Jim pump with a little pressure gauge on it and a whip. I don't know what pressure this needs to do what, but I do know that my local, I'm going to take that little thing there out again, because that's going to foul onto my adapter. So adapter goes in there, just finger tight, because it's providing its own seal. We've got a Schrader valve, which is the same as you get in a car tyre there. Our 1/4 inch BSP goes onto there. And now we need to pump this up. We need to pump this up to about, I believe, 30 bar. But I'm going to start with 20, if indeed I can achieve 20. Because I've got a duff shoulder in it. So I'm going to keep that arm still, pumping that one. We're coming off the bottom of the gauge. The piston just moved. That's a good sign. It means it's building up pressure in there. Okay, I'm up to 5 bar, 5 atmospheres of pressure. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is hurting. So I've got it up to 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that for 10 minutes. It's not coming out. I mean, last time it just would not inflate because the hole in it is a large visible hole. It was just coming out, no pressure building whatsoever. But this is building pressure. So I'm going to call this a win. If you want to see how to rebuild the rest of this, I'm not going to do it again and bore you. because I find many different ways of boring you, and I don't have to do it by rebuilding the 90. Watch part 1 again, you'll see me rebuild it, I believe, with a spring, and that'll show you how it all goes back together. This is now holding pressure. I can see it's holding pressure, and that is funky. We're going to get it up to the correct pressure for here, and then I'm going to give this gun back to Jo completed, and she can shoot it again. Please like, subscribe, hit notifications. Thank you very much for watching. If you like air pistols, be sure to watch Fridays. I'm hoping for an email very soon, but it could be very exciting. And PCP shenanigans next week when I get my new Meccano thing, and we can have a play and see what we can do with one of those. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.